Welcome back. We're in the gun room again today. We have finally got another bolt action rifle out for review. I know it's been a long time coming, but there just hasn't been a lot, around and available, and channel funds just has not allowed for it. However, our good friend Lucas up at the local gun shop hooked us up with this CZ600 Alpha to take a look at. So he got a hold of me, wanted to know if I wanted to review one of these and see what I thought about it, see how it shot. This is in 6.5 PRC. So I've not shot that round before. He hooked us up with a couple of boxes of ammo. So we're going to shoot a few groups, get it sighted in for him, and just kind of check the mannerisms of this rifle itself. And CZ, they make good stuff. There's no question about that. I don't even really think it's more so a review on CZ itself, but just the mannerisms of this particular bolt action rifle. So just to kind of go over some of the specs, does have they say a glass reinforced polymer stock. Now I will say this is one of the nicer Tupperware stocks that I have seen. The pistol grip portion of this stock is very nice. It's very good as far as getting what I would consider my hand into a very nice shooting position for accuracy. So I do like that. Does have a detachable box mag, you can see here. So nice little box mag there. Looks pretty well built. Good retention, very positive click whenever you go to reinstall that. The does have sling swivel studs forward and aft, so that's nice seeing that from the factory. The trigger is adjustable, and believe it or not, this, they say, will go down to 1.3 pounds to 4 pounds. And the coolest thing that I've seen about that is this trigger can be adjusted while the action is still in the stock. So there is an Allen screw in there that you can adjust the pull weight of the trigger. Their safety on this rifle is pretty darn neat too. So you can see this button down here. So that's actuated right there. That's actually the safety. So there's no tang safety or anything like that. It's just actuated with your thumb or your finger underneath. So that's kind of an interesting feature. The action itself, this is an aluminum action. I did not know that until I started researching this rifle a little bit. The Picatinny rail is molded into the action itself, so that's pretty cool. You don't have to source extra parts as far as that goes. We've got a 60-degree throw on the bolt. It's a big, nice 3-lug design. The action is just silk. This is definitely one of the smoothest actions I have seen. I would put it right up there with probably like a Tikka or something like that. I mean, it is really, really nice. They tout this as being a semi-heavy barrel. It is cold hammer forged and threaded. This one's going to be threaded 5/8 24 due to the 6.5 chambering. And we're going to be using the 6-24 Riton 3. So this is one of the X3s or just the 3 Conquer now. So good quality optic, big fan of those. Really good glass for a pretty reasonable price too. I think they're only around $450. So definitely interested to get this thing back at the range. We're going to get it sighted in, and we're going to shoot a couple of groups just to see how it does with this Hornady Match 6.5 PRC 147 grain ELD. And if you've not seen this stuff, it is an interesting looking round. So it's definitely kind of a fat case, and then that long, skinny 6.5 projectile. So be interested to see how that fares. And we will be shooting 2 5-shot groups. We'll do those at 110 yards, and then we'll get some final thoughts on this. All right, so we made it back to the range here with our CZ600. I've got a box of the 147 grain ELD 6.5 PRC here on the bench. So we're going to take 5 shots. We'll let the barrel cool, then we'll shoot another 5-shot group. Now, had this sighted in about 3 rounds, no issues at all. I will say the eye relief that my buddy has this set at definitely is not the same, so I definitely see my life flashing before my eyes because I feel like I'm going to get tagged with the scope. But I didn't want to move it since it's set for him, so we'll just kind of make do with what we got. And we'll take those, shoot those 2 groups. I'll grab that paper, and then we'll get some final thoughts on the rifle. I can tell you that the trigger in this thing, oh my gosh, it is ridiculously light. It's way less than 2 pounds. My trigger scale, it wouldn't even hardly measure it. So it was clicking before it would even get to a pound. Now I know it's more than a pound, but it's definitely light, that's for sure. So first shots here, let's see what we can do. Now, as I mentioned, I have not shot PRC before, so it definitely has a bit more punch than what Creedmoor does. That's a fact. And not to mention, it's way more expensive. I know where he was at, these boxes of Hornady Match run, I want to say around $55, so definitely not a cheap round to shoot. Oh, that one got away from us. A couple more shots. Last one here. And we'll let the barrel cool. All right, not too bad. So let's let this barrel cool. We'll get us 5 more rounds out and we'll send those downrange. Okay, so got our barrel cooled down a little bit. We're going to try our next 5 and see what these do, guys. Next one up here. Couple more. Of course, we got a full one. And last shot here. Oops. All right. So, let me run down. I'm going to grab our target and we'll get some final thoughts on our CZ600 Alpha. Okay, so here's how we did. Again, we got 2 5-shot groups at 110 yards. Now, granted, I know this is not a huge sample size of ammunition, shots fired, along with different ammunition types. However, was really unable to get a whole lot of different variation as far as ammunition. So 2 5-shot groups, that's close enough. But we've got our first group here on the left. So we got 4 shots basically into a clover leaf. That's pretty awesome. And then me, with my shooting, I always pull 1 shot a little low. I don't know why I do that, but that is me. That's definitely not the rifle. But you can see the other 4 are a nice little clover leaf. Basically, if I knew how to shoot good, the rifle's definitely up to the task. Now, what do I think about the gun and the round? The round definitely has a little bit of thump to it, a lot more than I figured it would, based on just from hearing guys talk. But it's got a little thump. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried that I was gonna get tagged by the by the scope there a few times, but I didn't want to move the eye relief from what he had it set at, but we made do. We came out on top, and I think the rifle had a pretty good showing. Now, as far as the rifle itself, I did notice that there is a tremendous amount of flex in the stock up here. So let me see if I can get that on camera for you guys. So if you look here closely, there is quite a bit of movement and flex, and the stock is actually almost touching here on the left side. So that could equate to a little bit of variation, but nonetheless, I do like how the stock feels. It feels great. The butt pad on it is super squishy. Like I said, the trigger is absolutely amazing. I like the fact that you can adjust it without taking the barreled action out of the stock. That's pretty awesome. I think it's a great concept. I wish more manufacturers would do that. That saves you a lot of time. I do like how the Picatinny rails are made into the receiver. You don't have to source extra parts. This is threaded. You've got nice barrel steel. I mean, clearly it has the ability to shoot, provided that you are also up to the challenge. So nonetheless, I mean, if you're looking for maybe a rifle that can serve a few different roles, I mean, this could easily be taken hunting. You could definitely do some work out on the range. Now, the factory box mag for this particular caliber only holds 3 rounds. So that's kind of limited as far as that goes. So maybe not so much in a tactical role, unless you could find a higher or a more normal capacity magazine for this. But overall, great shooting rifle. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, if this is something you might be interested in. Just a quick look on this, get some shots through it, and get a little bit of data for you all to maybe take a look at. But please let me know down below what you think of this. And check us out over on the Facebook page. Great to interact with you all over there. Don't forget about our campsite. Go on over, click on the link in the description, go to our campsite, check out the deals, and see what all I got for you over there as well. So definitely thanks for tuning in. As always, guys, shoot straight.